Hello, hello, we are back. We're gonna go straight here. Alright, there we go. And, we're right back here. There we go. Perfect timing, we just now got an upgrade. And look at that. So, I need these, and, unfortunately, we've only got 2 more slots left. So I think what I might do Right, I think since the hub is here, I'll use these. I want to get as far as I can. With the intention of expanding. And I need a red one. Wait, I don't need all these. As a matter of fact, I can get away with only 3 of those. I could, in theory, get away with less of the dyes as well. We'll try and use current math where each belt can hold 6 items. And let's see, that's 1.5, 3, 6. That's what the belt can hold. I need you to go in there. And then we'll place these here. And then place the opposite here. So now these are all the same. And this is giving me 6 items per or it's giving me 6 items total. So if I want to cut it again, it should only be 4. We'll do this. And then I'll rotate that. Yep, just 1. I can bridge this across. And then from there, I can get these. That would be 6 items. I'll place these here. And these here. The first colors on this side will go there, so we'll kind of imitate it. Do something like that. This is 1 item per second, so I only need 6 of these now. Right, and also let's get this back on. There we go. Then I will get these. The hub is directly that way. So I think what I'll do is push these forward like so. And then I'll get the layer things here. Red should go on top. So that works perfectly fine. The stackers work in 0.75 per second. So that's 1.5. Sorry. 2 of these is 1.5. 4 of these is 3. That would be 6 right there. My brain was a little bit ahead of my words. And then I will do that. There we go. Finally, merge all these together. And there we go. There we go. Let me also pull that up. Gotta get my YouTube stats up, of course. Oh, okay, this tells me what I'm unlocking. Oh, and also I only have to deliver 8 per second, which is not gonna be easy. Oh, you're kidding me. even if I split those, I'm getting 6 per second. Okay. We're gonna copy this right about here. I only need 3 of those. Then I will copy this. Here, I think. I can then get red up here and green down here. And then I need to copy this. If I'm correct, that goes there. Oh, wait a minute. It should be like so. No. What I know is that, thank you, red should be going through the top portion. So, there. And then I'll have to get green to kind of go around. Also, I should start doing that. Because that actually saves a little bit of room. I can get rid of that. Because I really don't care for it. So now I need that, and that'll unlock storage. It will also unlock belt speed, which will be convenient because having a belt speed of 8 will be ultimately better. Alright, so that's going to be the limit there. And I'll say, I'll move these down there, these up here. And try and color these right away. Oh wait, that's wrong. Okay, hang on. Put that right there. And I need one more. There we go. And now I need blue and green, which have the nearest combination of all the way up here. This is 1.2 items per second. So I need just a few of them. We'll find out in a second. Okay. It doesn't matter what goes where, so we're going to place these here and here. That is 2.4, 4.8. and that is 6. Okay, oh wait, that's... Oh no, it's supposed to be red and green, isn't it? Um, clear belts is B. There we go, now we got yellow. This is the earliest that can go. So I'll do that. And then 6 of these. And we're just gonna connect all the pipes up, and that can just go around. Okay, so now I have these. Which will be there, I want to say. And then these. The earliest I can place that is there. And of course, this, the yellow needs to go on top, so right there. That's 1.5, 3, 6. Really, I could just get away with that. Okay, the hub is right there. So I'll have to go over a few assembly lines. Perfect. And then I think once I get the storage, things get a lot better. Yeah, we're getting 6. Wait, allows to measure the average belt throughput, outputs the last red item on the wires layer. There's a layer for wires, okay. That is going to be an exciting thing to get, but we'll wait on that. All I know is that I'm getting approximately 6 of those per second. And that's going to take 1,666 seconds, or 27 minutes, so approximately half an hour. Um, that is, of course, aside from the fact that that'll only take 1,000 seconds, so about 16 minutes before I get this upgrade, which I can then expand it and get 8 per second. Um, I might not worry about expanding it just yet. What did this go to? Oh, right, that's the end of that, which was honestly, I'm not a fan of this one. This factory didn't do so well. Just because it was so large. Maybe if I could compress it, but having a bunch of belts and on a highway go into the same factory was not very good. I feel like this is not actually measured in. It is measured in the amount per second. Interesting. I know once I get storage, something I'll try to do is save a lot of blueprint parts in the storage. Multiple storages probably. Storage excites me actually. What if I hang on? Okay, that's actually averaging maybe 3.5, 3.4. Okay, it looks. Oh, never mind. This one is terribly unstable. What if I chuck that right there? There we go. Looks like I'm getting 6 out of a few of these. 4.8 out of a few of them, 3.6 out of the others. What if I try to balance these? They should, in theory, start to go the same, right? Or should I do that first? Okay, now the left side is 4.7 and the right side is 5.2. What if I do that? What if I made this the style of a highway? Looks like we're averaging 5 on all of these. Alright. So, 2 that are 6 end up going down by about 2.1. That goes up by like 0.4 or so. What I should look at is it's averaging 20, it looks like. And then the top is 12. That would be 15.5. Yeah, it's averaging about 20. Somehow the balancers are actually making it faster. Which is weird to me, but it is going slightly faster through the balancers. So if I took something like this, where all the outputs are 6, it does look like, okay, it slowed down and then it went back up. Obviously, it's not going to remain going up consistently because the belts still do have a limit of 6 right now. It is about to increase. And while we're increasing that, I would like to increase these, but I don't feel like getting any more mixes of white dye. This is already enough, I think. Although storage could help systems like this become more modular to where there's inputs for each item, and then after each item gets inputted, it just crafts the shape needed. I think the more complicated things go, the less useful that'll be, though. I think what I might try and do is get more of these. Hang on. Is that actually bottlenecking? It shouldn't be. Yeah, it's not. Never mind. Alright, time to make some modular designs, I think. What I want to do, I'm going to take this square here, and actually, hang on. There's red and green over here. I could focus this on mixing colors. I'll go, actually, yeah, right here. If I head through like this, say I want colors through here. Actually, hang on. That's got to be one tile forward. Now, let me not do it this way, because that's not going to be very modular at all. Okay. In this square, I suppose what I'll do is make some form of modular systems. The closest I could do, or the smallest I could do, I should say, for a color mixer, at least one with a modular design, is about here for right now. Um, I suppose I'll do something like that since I do need the design to look modular. So we'll go with 2. There we go. That way everything connects. So that's one modular design. Really, I probably should have started off with like the cutter. Even then, doesn't matter. Not a marker. Am I able to mirror? I'm not. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll build the mirror version of it. Let me do it a block away or a tile away. Because it's important to have a mirrored version of each factory. There we go. Now all I have to do is just copy it and then paste it over like so. Some of it intersects, but that's okay. Um, this one down this way, actually, I think I can get away with this. Oh, you know what? Alright, we now have a 8-speed belt. I just considered this. I never actually included the delivery system with this. And there we go. Okay, cool. So now, even if I duplicate it below, there's no problems. We'll do this one over here. What makes this one unique is that it's gonna need 2 sorts of things here. So if I make 2 of these, that basically proves modularity. That's as simple as that. So the input is simple. Since I have mergers, I think I can just get away with something like this. It's unfortunate, but it works. Then I will cut this, put it right here, and I just have to line that up to do that again. However, I think what I'm gonna do is the same thing I did over there with the mirrored version. Oh, but this one might actually be different because of the placement. Alright, let me do this. This one looks like it's gonna be smaller. Actually, I kind of want the top one to come out. That way, the top one kind of always goes out. It's a weird thing I plan to do for compatibility purposes later. Oh, right. That's missing a straightaway right there. And that's also missing a straightaway. So is that and that. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller because of the size there. Oh, you know what I didn't know? Spending those on the belts actually does spend them. Oh no. So that's another like 20 minutes we're gonna be waiting. That's fine. Let's do the color ones next. What if I did something like this? And then I did something like that. 6 would go in, that would be 3. No, that would be 3 per. That's not worth it. I know for a fact I might need 4 of these. So let's start by doing this. No, I definitely won't need 4 of these. These have to be flip-flopped. The idea that I'm gonna go for is that there. And the reason is because I can actually do this. No, I can't. I mean, I guess it's still considered super close. Then I do that, and it's got this weird, like, pattern to it. And then if I wanted to duplicate it, I could just duplicate it like so. But, this one is a little bit weirder. Oh, wait a minute. That one's actually crazy small. Alright, we'll do that. If I do it like this, and then shapes like that, no, that's not smaller. There we go. And it doesn't make sense to switch it, because if I do have the colors on the inside, it's just going to get wider. So the primary reason why I did it this way is just to make sure it doesn't get wider. For the last one, we will do this guy. This one's kind of easy. Possibly. There's actually two ways for this one to get done. Depending on the entry or the exit. I think it's that easy though. Let me see if the other way is smaller real quick. Say if I have this one there and this one there. No. This one is 5 tiles tall, 7 tiles wide. Okay, these are both the same. One's just on the outside. I guess I'll save both of these. And that'll come under the impression that those actually do matter orientation. Oh wait, like the cutter, these might actually be different based on orientation. Let's find out. Firstly, yes, that's going to be slightly different. I will start with the bridge on the... Oh wait, the bridge should start on the top for this one, and then this one, the bridge will start on the bottom. Okay. And then over here, we'll do this. And I suppose the only real difference is where it starts and where it ends. It's pretty much the exact same thing. The only real difference is that on the bottom two models, the inner lane goes on top, and on the top two models, oh wait, yeah, anyway, on the top two models, the inner lane goes on the bottom. I guess, like, maybe that matters for this. I don't think it does though. For the colors, like it doesn't change the output no matter what. So it's probably better to just keep the smallest design even if I have to switch lanes occasionally. That's what I'm thinking. If, yeah, no, because if I swap that, I guess it works for a top down, but that would just be rotating the machine. Yeah, no. Kind of useless to change the color ones. So this one's more useful. And there we have some basic modular systems that I can just start repeating and rotate whenever I want. Another idea that I have is some useful mergey ones while I wait for these. Um, I could potentially reorganize these in order. So Control X, this would be the first one because cutter was first. Next would be the coloring. Even though the stacker comes first there, I'm fairly certain coloring and then color mixing came before stacking. There we go. Now we have that more organized. And then up here, or maybe next to it over here, I'm not sure yet, I can work on some, hang on. Okay, yeah, that's above the hub, that's fine. We can work on some more modular things. The first machine I think I could work on is like a cutter and actually it would be like a double cutter. And I think the trash can could be useful here. So it cuts shapes from top to bottom and outputs both halves. Um, Maybe I experiment real quick. Maybe with a simpler, you know what, that works. Let's experiment, see how this gets cut out. Okay, so the cutter states that it cuts shapes from top to bottom, so it separates the left and right half. The left half seems to always come out of the bigger spot, while the right half comes out of the smaller spot. All right. So we're going to focus on a left half cutter for now, which means the right half is going to be destroyed. And then we cut again. Um, I could potentially reuse designs. The only real question is what's the point of with these cutters, what's the point of keeping both of them? Maybe this means that I make another set of cutters, maybe two sets of cutters. This one would be, say, top half destroyed, and this one be bottom half destroyed. And then, oh, wait. This would have to be top half destroyed again, because these are supposed to be mirrored adjacents. Then these two would be the bottom half. Okay. So this is going to be a little complicated in that it's going to force me to do that. So here we have a half machine. I guess I'll just put these pretty nearby each other. Remembering that, oh wait. Since they are mirrored adjacents, I could theoretically get away with that. There we go. So this outputs the left half, and this outputs the right half. And then we have this. It's not even that complicated, honestly. Where it just, we'll say the first one annihilates both top halves. So this one's also supposed to annihilate the top half, allowing for that to continue. This one's also supposed to annihilate top half. But it also works in a smaller state. And then I just need the same machines, except instead of eliminating the top half, it'll eliminate the bottom half. Which is, oh, not as simple as replacing that. Interesting. This one actually gets quite larger. And that one gets, yeah, quite larger because of the relocation of it. And then we'll say, let's say we want to input the top half and then output, or input the bottom half and then output the top half. And then this is going to be the same idea. You input the bottom half. And then you output the top half. Oh wait, no. This is input the top half. Wait, no, this is bottom to top. This is bottom to top. Are these actually any different? Hang on a minute. Okay, so this is bottom to bottom, and then this is mirror bottom to bottom. This should actually be the top to top. And then this should be the mirror top to top. Okay. So this one's supposed to throw away the bottom. Okay. So now that we have that, now we'll say this will take the bottom and then throw away the top. No, this should then throw away the bottom. So this outputs the bottom, then it outputs the top. Same deal, this outputs the bottom, then outputs the top. This one should output the top and then the bottom. So this one trashes that then. And I have the storage building, which allows to store items to a given capacity. And it prioritizes the left output. Good to know. So now we have outputs at top, then the bottom. Then I need the same thing over here. Outputs top. Then we throw away the bottom. Okay, so what I want to know is how this works. So it prioritizes the left side, but if it can't push the left side, it will then push the right side. Okay. How does storage work as far as it works like a regular thing, and it only inputs one item at a time? However, whoops, that could be useful. Alright. It looks like I don't need any more circles, so I can try and throw those into storage. Oh, I see. What that does is essentially I can take two inputs and give two outputs. It's only useful if I say break this where it does that, because even that is still okay, cool. I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with those. Um, it basically just works like a load balancer with storage. Perhaps with wires it could be more useful. But I think I can also remove things and use them a little bit later. Let's see, if I throw storage, actually, let's come down here and do a test. We're going to imagine this is the hub. I mean, the hub is exactly that big, so we'll do that. If I do this, that actually limits what I can push through to two objects. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 instead of 16. If I want 16 objects to be stored, I should actually consider, come on, pushing these to here. Whoops. And then whenever I need something to go into the hub, I can push into the hub. I can also kind of prioritize things. For example, if I take the merger here and throw that into there, I'm pretty sure it'll prioritize what comes out of here. Or maybe it'll try to merge it, I'm not sure. But that answers that question. What I want to do here is take this. Oh wait, that's too far out. Oh wait, I can actually push 8 items now. Actually, it kind of makes sense just to push throughput there. Alright, let me get as many of these back as I can. I don't want to actually input anything just yet. Oh, you know what this could end up doing though? This could end up severely limiting what I can push into the hub later on. So it might be worth moving these back a little bit more. Just to let things go through on the corners. There we go. And now what I'll do is I can push the purple circles into here. And this entire thing is going to vanish. Okay, that's going to be a little funny. Do I actually need... No, I only need the bottom ones. And I suppose now this is getting updated unintentionally. We'll put circles in there, those in there. those in there and those in there. Oh, I see. That's fine, I can reorganize that. To that. That could be problematic later on, but I'll deal with that later on. So now we have all these. And I mean, the only shapes I really need right now are this one. And that's until 15K, where I can then edit it. And I suppose that works. Now I won't push those into the system unless I need them. And I later could very much just build a whole system for that. The next piece unlocks the quad cutter, which is interesting, I suppose, but it kind of just puts these to be useless. So maybe I'll just remove these, even though I spent so long working on them. We'll have these, and then the quad cutter will take care of the rest. I suppose the thing that I could use the most right now actually falls side by side with this, and it's this. I could potentially figure out how to get these to run through here. I need 3 different colors. Let's say I pushed a gate here with that right there, that right there. And then I push. Okay, never mind. Alright, so what I primarily need is this. And that's going to require. What is the smallest possible configuration I could do for this? I'm pretty sure that right there allows for this to happen. Oh, right, I should also do 2 of these with the pure intention of, yeah, that allows that to happen. And then I can potentially throw this here like so. And then this would be like that. Oh, right, I should also consider expanding that out. And then I need this one right here. For that. Hang on. Could I not take this entire thing and push it forward one more? Alright, we'll break that real quick. Do that. And now it's a square. Is there no way I can compress it more? I don't think so. Okay. Now I need to mirror this. Oh, that's not going to be as easy to do. And that's because this is a different direction. So in reality, it's going to look more like that. Where I suppose this could work. I'll do that. This definitely should go up there. This definitely should go up there. And these go all the way over here. And I'm pretty sure that's it. It is a total of 6 tiles tall and 10 tiles wide. Well, technically 11. And that's my fault for not paying attention. I don't like how large that is. I need to compress that more. Really badly. So let me experiment with it. Could I, in theory, mess with like bridges and stuff? Oh wait, here's an idea. Hang on. What if I go over one and then down one? That goes like that. Um, this goes here like so. That goes there. And, then I need something for this. That would end up connecting. I think that's already taller. No, not yet. Yeah, it will be. Okay, that's not worth it. Um, yeah, I don't think I can compress that any further, unfortunately. So now I have enough of these. Where are they at? Yeah, I got enough of these. I then need to take a green, blue, and red, which is crazy far away. I'm thinking about placing these closer to the factories. I don't know. The entire thing is a mess and I don't like it. I think once I get this maxed out, since tier 6 removes all these, I'm just gonna delete the ones I don't need. Since I have all those now, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to rotate it down like so. The color mixer is 1.2 items, so that's gonna be 2.4, 4.8, and think I think that's accurate. 1.2, 2.4, 4.8, 6, 7.2, and then this is 8.4, which is too much. Okay, cool. Red will go there. Blue will go there. Green will go there. Here we are. Okay, I need these to be colored, so let me head over here. I want it to go that way. So we're gonna take this and copy it. And colors go on top, shape goes in the middle. Or I guess shape goes on the inner lane, color goes on the outer lane. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be 8. Color goes on the outer lane. Shape goes on the inner lane. And then I need the... Let me place a marker here. Call it modules. Now I need the... Wait, which one do I need? I want it to go... Oh, right. There's actually one unique thing about this, and that is that I need to figure out which one goes on the inner and which one goes on the outer. So, firstly, it will be facing down because the hub is facing downwards. So whatever it is, it's going to be rotated 180 degrees. The second thing is... Okay, well, first let me check this. If it's going to be facing down 180 degrees, that means I'll be using one of the left two. That means inner lane would be on the left side. Or the right side, I should say. This goes on top of this. So what's on the left going down goes on top of the right. That means if I rotate this, what's on the left and this one goes on the bottom, so I need this one. Because this would push those onto the bottom, those onto the top. And I'm pretty sure these are still 1.75. Or sorry, 0.75. So that's 1.5, 3, that's 6, 6.75, 7.5, and then 8. It's actually 8.25, but it's whatever. And whatever doesn't get used ends up going down through there. I think what I'm going to do as well is just combine them. So what's the worst that could happen? I'm pretty sure this factory is going to be offline anyway. Oh, what I also could do, I'll do this. So if it ever does get to the point where I don't want these, I can just disconnect it. Because it does look like it pushes one out every so often. And that's going to be 25,000, of course. Oh, and what I should also do, because this can also work as some kind of like a sorting system. Push that through there. There we go. And that actually splits things. All right. And when I see one of the older ones come through, I'll probably delete that. Oh, okay. So I want to make sure I get one of the older ones in here. I don't want the newer ones in here. Actually, it'll get stuck here when that happens, probably. Actually, I'd only get stuck there if I remove that, so maybe I should. Alright, when I see one of those, I'm gonna brute force this, honestly. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna push this forward. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's gonna be a lot more challenging than I thought. Oh wait, I know exactly how I can do it. I'll just do it later. I'll actually take this one down. Okay, cool, I got one. So then I just need to get this to go up to here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. There we go. Now I'm gonna need another one to fill that, that's why. Ah, that's okay. I'm gonna try again. I think I need to get, what, 2 of them in there? Nice, okay. Ah, I removed the wrong one. Cool, okay. We got 2 now. And I think I need 1 more. Yeah, I forgot about something. I need to remove the ones in the back first. Cool. Oh, okay, that's fine, I suppose. Remove the ones in the back, remove the ones in the front. And now that goes to there. Cool. I think I may end up eventually doing a complete redesign of all factories. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do it though. We're getting mostly what we need. Right, I can also just check production in here. Getting 6.10 every second or so. Then depending on the next upgrade, I might call it a stream. I've been at it for another 2 hours. Might as well. Alright, let's look at these. The only things here I don't have made yet, so we're gonna wait on those. It might be time to start deleting the earlier factories, like the circle one, for example. I don't think I need regular circles anymore. But I'll delete them after I'm sure. Um, let's see. I guess what I can do is I'll mark. Yeah, I'll place markers where everything is. I think this is. Okay, that's not. Oh, that's terrible. Hang on. Here, how about this? I'll just do. Then over here. Is it that? Okay, that would be those. How about that? There we go. The next one is the purple circles. Pretty sure it's magenta. No. Yeah, it's just P. Okay. And then it's the star things here. Um, pretty sure it's stars red under circle yellow. Yeah. And then we got the same thing right here, except it's wait. It's gonna be star red first, then circle yellow, then it's gonna be star white. Right, and it's always important to make sure you separate layers like so. Cool. And that's what I'm sure I don't need. That unlocks double painting. If I am correct, I don't need that at all. I do need the thing inside of it, but I don't need that. And shortly my belts will be able to work a little bit better. I think what I could do, and I'll show an example down here, is maybe I do like storage on these clean slots. Like if there's an item next to a clean slot, I'll use a crazy amount of storage. I'll do something like that. That doesn't seem like it's gonna work too well. This one only has 5 items, so yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. And then I can just store a crazy amount of things. And then whenever I need it, I could just access it later and move it along, something like that. I might kind of organize it a little bit better than that. Like maybe somewhere near the hub I have it. Then I'll just route it out to certain things. I don't know yet. But I think I'm gonna end it here. I will see everyone next week, and until then, goodbye.